Welcome to episode 11. I was doing stuff between the episode and then noticed that this attack was going to arrive and figured this would be a good thing to actually put in the series to see. Okay, it's fine. But we've got big biters now, and if that fell over, that would be a good thing to actually have it in the series rather than to start a new episode going, by the way, this vital outpost died. Other things that happened in between series, we kind of built the rest of the power grid, mostly, and then I ran out of iron for a bit, so, that's fine, and built a bit more of an intersection over here, although apparently I didn't build all of the intersection. Sure, we'll go back to that anyway. Inserted capacity bonus is ticking along nicely, but the thing about... built a bunch of defender drones, not sure if these are going to be all that useful or not. We need to go and pick up the things we need to build to, handcraft all the stuff we need for that oil outpost. And I remember saying previously that I don't think it's going to be super viable to push once big biters are on the field, and so I might actually have to change my plan about how that works. What am I going to need? I've got 15 of those. Do I have pump jacks? I don't have pump jacks. How many pump jacks do I need to make? 6. Fine. I have a train. I have some fluid wagons. I probably need a bit more coal. And what else I will actually want? I've got enough wool. Do I actually stop mining? I think... because I want to landfill a bunch of this so I can put more train stuff there, because this parking arrangement is not at all ideal, and this is also a ton of wall. So I think I actually just start... landmines I think are going to be vital now we've got bigs. I think I actually just start boxing all of this. I'm still making pump jacks, fine. Why not? Oh, were those wood? Okay, whatever. So the previous plan was to push these bases, put a rail station over here, connect oils would go down there, all nice, supply these guys. The thing now is I don't think, especially with the bigs on the field, I kind of want the flamethrowers here doing stuff as soon as possible, and I don't think it's going to be easy to push these bases, and I don't think that I'll be able to push these bases fast enough to then build the station and the oil. And also mildly concerned that pushing these bases will mean I have more big biters here rather than fewer, which is also a problem. Why am I... oh yeah, because I haven't actually built bots yet. I'm thinking about wave defense again. So I have the rail, I have all of those. I'm researching landmines. I have a bunch of steel. I will probably just go there and then start handcrafting the landmines, because that's going to be a thing. I'm sure I'll have all of that. How many cliff explosives do I have? 30 cliff explosives? That's fine. I'll have those as well, thanks. What else do I have that I need? I probably don't have enough pipes. I have some pumps. I have those. I have the rail. I need another train. I need 2 more train stations, actually, for which I need iron. And then I think... did I make... I turned you back to bullets. I don't actually think I'm going to be needing all that many bullets at all at this point, because they're just less useful. I need to get more defensive stuff before... I need to do more defensive upgrades. I'm not even sure if the defensive upgrades are what I want to be doing. And I've basically cut walls now, except... I've still got enough walls. These guys, now that the inserters have been upgraded, are doing everything they can, and are now... maybe also take red ammo? I've got a bit of red ammo. Anyway, let's just go and see if we can put this oil station, a couple of oil stations down, because actually let's also revisit the plastic and move it to the efficiency modules, because that's also a thing that will tick over as we're going past. And yeah, other things I'm concerned about include not having enough copper to do any viable amount of blue science, and also running out of coal and having the power plant die and then having the base die. So all of these things are major concerns. Not much plastic, that's okay. Where's the box? The box is down the other side because all of this stuff is half backwards. That's fine. You also stopped making stuff. I guess I'm going to want... Still only one. Sure. A lot of junk in my inventory, that's fine. Did I get... I'll get more coal from up here because I've got to put more on that train. The other interesting quirk about a train between the oil patch and the other... Yes, I'm already fully mining the coal. When that dies, the base dies. The other quirk about having a train between the oil patch and the flamethrowers on the iron is that, you know, neither of those naturally have places where fuel will go. That's still okay, and then you can have one there. Cool, that intersection is, you know, ugly, but it's going to do what it needs to. So yeah, I should have dragged power over here. Where are the nearest power poles? All the way down there. What's that doing, and is that okay? Yeah, sure. 2 power poles. That's a thing I should have thought of, because now I need to actually go back and craft those things. Should I be putting coils in a box? I reckon I should be putting coils in the box. I think that's going to be an easier way to deal with all of that stuff. Here's a place where I can put coils in a box. I don't like that many. What else did I decide I want? I need blue science, but not yet. Do I actually want... If I'm doing landmines, do I want explosive damage? I might actually want to find flammables. Like, I'm at a point where if I am finding like these larger chunks of biters that are more of a problem, I might actually want the flamethrowers to do all the damage they can versus the pigs, and then I kind of need to defend everywhere with flamethrowers, and this might fairly quickly turn into... I've forgotten to drag the power poles again, because I haven't made the power poles yet. Okay, fine. Let's try and plan the rest of this and then go back for them. Yeah. Signal... where... 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I put a signal here, that's going to be about the right place. And then... So if this is where it joins... I guess the train station is here. Where's my car? Let's not do this. Configure the car. Yeah, one of those there as well. And then, I guess, like so. Northeast oil, and that's going to go there, and I'm going to have these things like so, and then a pattern I typically use for these is to do something like this, because it gives me a decent cache, and then there, and then this is where this feed here is where all the oil goes in, and I've got to try and weave it. Actually, I think that's... Yeah, I'm going to have to try and weave that through the forest, and I think we're converting to a place where this is going to look more like a death world. Like, even the attack I showed at the beginning, 18 is a large number. Is that a problem? Nah, it's fine. Yeah, these are quite possibly not even attacks that someone who plays a lot of Death World would recognize as like a heavy number of attacks. Let's do this. That should be my cheeky way of keeping that train fueled for a while. Okay, so now I've got the power poles. Yeah. Yeah, we're still... that was too many. We're still not getting hugely attacked as far as Deathworld goes, because... There we go, that's what I wanted. Except... Yeah, we're not getting a huge amount of attacks for normal Deathworld, because pushing is vastly more effective, resource effective, than defending. And that's actually not great. That might block the inputs. Is there going to be... I mean, okay, sure. Deadlocks are actually not a thing I'm going to care about yet. Although if I do that, it's kind of solved. Mostly I want to get all this stuff online. Okay, so we've got that done. We don't have the power yet. Yeah, and so this might very quickly turn into something that looks more like a normal Deathworld, in the sense that we've... in the sense that we need to... Yeah, checking the minimap to make sure I wasn't going to hit anything there. In the sense that we need to defend everything and completely wall in and be attacked all the time. At the moment I've traded defending for pushing bases, and... Okay, refined flammables. Landfill was the other thing I talked about needing, so we'll do that. Like, refined flammables too I can also do, and that also gives me more damage. Yeah. Actually, the place I mean, I'm never gonna... This is all kind of pointless, because I'm only going to do this with this one train, which is why I also don't mind this weird hack here and not really having much parking. How am I getting this through? I think I'm actually going to take it through there. That looks like the smallest piece of stuff that I have to worry about moving. Yeah, so we've defended a lot more and pushed a lot more. No, we've other way around. We've pushed a lot more so that we don't have to defend, because we're in expensive mode, and the resources in expensive mode are like a bit of a disaster, and it's already much easier to push than it is to defend in terms of resource allocation, which is the thing I care about because it's expensive mode. And so we're going to try and do this rather cheeky oil thing in a kinda... I might not even bother with that one for the moment. I might just put all of these guys here, and then do like a very close defense that's as far away from those bases as possible, because they're still a concern. I'm probably also going to have to clear a bit of this forest around where I'm defending so I don't burn it down. And yeah... Let's put a radar that I don't have, but I can make. Let's make all of the radars. Oh wait, I also finished landmines, didn't I? Yes, make the landmines. Turn all of the explosives into landmines. I'm even wondering whether I stop research for a bit, or whether I just kick it into some... Both of these are kind of slower researchers. Okay, get stuck in the trees, that's pretty normal. Alright. Yeah. I did not put the radar down, but they're all working, that's cool. Do I even want to speed module those at the moment? I'm not sure I do. I might put the rest of the defences in. I'm going to have to... Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Put the rest of the defences in, see how long this outpost actually lasts and whether it holds, and that being said, I kind of need it to. I kind of don't have a plan if it doesn't. Do I want to commit 4 flamethrowers to this? Okay, so I have, and then whereabouts do I want the walls? I still kind of want the walls actually pretty close, because my flamethrowers are there, but like, I don't even know about this. This is going to be, like, the priority, I'm not planning on these guys getting attacked for a while, because even though they're really close, they're in the middle of a bunch of trees, the pump jacks don't pollute a whole lot. Yeah, these guys are going to cause problems. Losing stuff. What am I losing? Okay, that's fine. There's still some other stuff there. Kind of fine. Not especially fine. But yeah, collecting a decent amount of oil now. I actually don't think I want to pull that back at all. I think this just wants to come down like this. Do I even put another flamethrower here? Where is this flamethrower coverage? I think the other thing I do, like, these turrets aren't doing a whole lot at this point, but they will provide a little bit of, like, a kind of a warning and backdoor support, and also something that will get attacked preferentially to the flamethrowers. That will just mean that I've got a little bit of cover there and a little bit of notice if that direction starts to get attacked. So the question is, what are there trees in the range of this flamethrower? Because I also kind of don't want to set everything on fire, and over here I think I've just got to do a pretty normal kind of fire break thing, and I feel a bit bad about getting rid of all of these trees on a Deathworld, because oh, I have almost no grenades left. Can I make more grenades? Yeah, they absorb pollution. They'd be good at absorbing pollution. I would like them to continue to be absorbing pollution, but I also don't think I can afford the risk of them, like, setting off an entire forest fire and burning down all of that stuff. I want to try and keep them. All that being said, I've got to clear all of those trees out of that range. Okay, sure. That is a thing I will still do. Yeah, a lot more. Okay, fine. And I'm kind of okay with wood, and that feels kind of bad, but you know, all of this will feel kind of bad. What range am I looking at? There's still a bunch more trees. Okay. Yeah, and hopefully, I was losing some walls on the other side. Hopefully I'm not losing any walls that I actually care about. And this is, yeah, the kind of non-confrontational way of attempting to handle this. I don't actually need to kill these trees because these aren't in danger of causing a much larger forest fire. Is that in the same place? No, it's there. It's in a different place, and I actually need to go and attend to that. Oh, actually, the first thing I need to do, that I very strongly need to do, is plug that back in. That's kind of important. And now let's go to the place that's just complained about getting killed, and can even drive that way. I don't know that I can drive that way. I think I'm going to have to, like, pick up the car again and come back through here. This train station is also kind of exposed. Let's like do a thing where we pretend to defend it but actually don't defend it. This is just also, hey, please alert me if this stuff actually gets actually gets attacked. But yeah, this is pretty good. That's doing a thing. Is that... It is an attack, but they're also ignoring this and going back into the base, which I'm kind of okay about because they're probably going to crash into that thing. He said with hopeful assumptions, because I actually going to need to repair the other thing. Yeah, that's fine. They just ran into the bunker. Okay, so I need another train station. I need to put all these flamers down. I lost a turret here, which I'm fine with. Let's still try to avoid losing other turrets. Those guys are all good, those guys are all good. Yeah, because I also need to secure more copper and also more coal, and this one might be the coal, although getting to that's going to be a pain. The other copper might be this one, but that's also going to be a pain. I was trying to figure out if like this would just, I would just extend this frontier all the way down here and have like an oil station in the middle. I still don't know, but let's do this one first, because this is the immediate thing. I should have got in the car, oh well. Yeah. Can I do a quick nasty thing that's kind of like that? I reckon I can. You've already got a chain signal there. You want one there, and I guess there. So let's okay, so this train wants to go from there to here. And I spelled that wrong, and it's fine. Okay. So now I should have a train here, and I can do this. Actually, I was going to do a different trick out. I actually need less oil here, and I do not have the things I need to build to make the soaking condition. 37 is a lot. Am I also getting attacked here at the same time? Yeah, some of those walls are about to die, so I kind of need to get this online sooner rather than later. Okay, so that has oil. Yeah, you're fine. You don't need to go anywhere. I mean, I'd rather you didn't die as well, but it's fine. Now I actually need to figure out where these things are going to go. And actually design the corner of that properly. And actually kind of extend the sky, maybe. And yeah. Research when I get around to it. I think I'm just going to leave that train station largely undefended, with the assumption that they'll mostly be attacking these bits. Sure. So now that I've got the oil, the next thing I want to be doing is getting into the chemical science. Is that actually the next thing I want to be doing? I mean, I do have the landmines and they're pretty good, but I think that's the thing we're going to have to start on. How often do I actually want these? I should do the corner first, because the corner is actually the place where it matters. Like, the corners are often the weak spots. So if I do that, and then I do that, and then... Is one more there going to be fine? let's imagine that one more there is going to be fine, and then deal with the consequences later if it's not. And so with that in mind, I think one there, sure. Did I bring any more efficiency modules with me? No, I was making them, but I didn't actually put them down. Okay. So we have a flamethrower defense for one of the most vital parts of the base, which is a thing that makes me happier. And I kind of want to get... Let's put another one like here, I guess. Is that all my flamethrowers used? That's an interesting situation to be in. Yeah, so I need to make more flamethrowers. I've got a couple more engines. I need more of the pipes and more of the iron. But other than that... Okay, let's do more landmine things. Other than that, that's kind of well enough defended at this point. These guys have got a decent amount of oil. This return path I will worry about in a bit. Am I coming back here? I am coming back here because I've got to make more engines. But at this point, the thing I think I need to do is go and repair the other turrets that took a lot of damage. And that might also be them at the moment taking damage, and it doesn't look like I have to worry about trains on these tracks at the moment because they're all stationary. And yeah, we've got some oil input at the moment. Like, I'm also wondering whether I did play this like too long, in the sense that I've worried about getting the train network online when I don't even have bots. I've worried about, you know, inserter capacity, which is the thing that I don't really need. I could do without. The mining productivity is also a thing I could have done without. All of the train takes, if I'd skipped those, I might be in a better spot. With regards to, you know, whether or not biters are already in the base. So whether or not big biters are already on the map. Yeah, because pushing these out without having to worry about big biters would be a much better thing. But we're kind of... Are we okay? I guess we're okay. We might see if we are okay or not once we start doing some blue science. Because there are a number of things that will make me a lot happier about a lot of things. Once I have all the blue science, or at least, you know, once I have blue science underway. Is that going to be, that's about 400? Okay, that means you guys no longer need to be doing that. Because what I can do instead is straight up have, not there, but in a place that can actually do it. So the number of landfill will take all of the stone at a vast rate, and so the number of inserters I put in here will throttle how much of it, how many resources I end up using. Yeah. So if I'm collecting oil, I think that thing means the thing I need to do is figure out how... That was bad. How blue science fits into this space, so I can figure out... Yeah, I can figure out where the oil station will go and start bringing oil back. I will need... Oh, that's an interesting spot, yeah. So we need another train, or I repurpose the train that's already doing the resupply, but I could... That amount of fuel will keep flamethrower turrets happy for quite a while. Or otherwise I need to build more engines, which is a thing I've got to do for the next level of science anyway, just trying to figure out if I move this pillbox or not. And I think I will, because I think I'm going to need that space. And of course I'm low on guns, so this is... and low on walls. Yeah, I have to build more engines for blue science anyway, and they're the next thing that's going in. But I also needed more flamethrowers, didn't I? I said I needed at least one more flamethrower. And I have the engines for that, but I need the cogs and pipe, which takes iron. And I'm just going to do that, because I'm not exactly crafting a whole lot of stuff at the moment. Yeah, I can have 2 more flamethrowers. I have the engines left over for 2 more flamethrowers. Okay, fine. So these were going to be some of those resources. I don't think I'm not planning to landfill this much of this lake yet, because I just need too much more landfill, which means I've got to figure out a blue science build that goes here. And the thing I'm thinking of, oh, I actually need a lot more of those guys as well. There's a lot of stuff I do need. Let's get those. Yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff I need, but again, not sure if I want to be putting all that pollution on the map yet. But, you know, I kind of still am, so sure. Needed a lot more of these guys, which I need the steel to make. So yeah, in the interesting spot of needing a number of different resources, being short of all of them. Previously I was happy that that meant the base was well balanced, and I guess the base is still kind of well balanced, but at this point I am more concerned about being, yeah, just behind in relation to the size of biters that are coming in. Yeah, they're still fine. This guy's not even being attacked yet. This is quite possibly, and it's getting towards being full. Is that an attack pooling? Yeah, that's quite possibly an attack pooling, and they're quite possibly going to go after this space, and then I'll see whether or not I cleared enough trees out. It's probably, I'm going to assume that it's going to be fine. I don't really have the space at this point not to be. So yeah, now I've got to figure out exactly how this thing will fit together, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring gas along the top and have a thing where chem plants, do I have chem plants? I don't have chem plants. I will need chem plants. But let's do, I guess, the other side. Yeah, let's start with the engines, because now I'm going to need engines. The engines are going to go onto a belt, and I'm supplying all this stuff this way. And this is like, yeah, that's blue science. Then, so how am I getting sulfur? And I guess I'm making sulfur at the top and putting it on one of these belts? Sure. Let's say that's a thing. Doesn't matter. I guess I'll put sulfur on the inside of one of these belts and put the blue on the outside of the other one of those belts, and worry about the exact details later. So it's going to be something like that. Then these guys want green chips, which are going to come from the bottom, and I guess everything else will be easier if it's from the bottom. And so like so, and yeah, so one of the things I should have actually done the math about how many of these things I wanted. I think I want 12, which will be technically slower than the rate of these things are doing stuff, but I've still also got to intersperse the blue ticks I want like advanced oil processing and all, all of that other stuff with the other techs that I want that don't use blue yet. Probably even 4, just to help keep the gun turrets relevant, but maybe not yet. So this belt is going to have. I should also actually start making engines. That's probably a thing, because I know I need them. Yeah, so this is kind of a weird setup. But the reason these guys are putting on the same belts and then taking off the same belts is the engines and the red chips will actually get produced, because of ratios and numbers and things, slightly faster than the blue sites will need them, and they're also things that I want a small surplus of. I'll worry about that later. There, and then I need pipes and gears, and how am I going to fit those in? I also need more of these assemblers again. Sure, that's going to be continuing to be a thing, and I've got to figure out how to get the chips over there as well. Good times. I thought okay, so I picked up the other efficiency modules and then didn't put them in anything. That's pretty normal. I'm going to need a bunch of more stuff as well. Give me those, give me a bunch of these. I need belt. I need chem plants actually. I'm probably going to need more belt, so give me all the belt. And then make a bunch of chem plants. Am I going to need the fasts? I'm going to need some fast. I'm not going to need a whole lot of fast and sodas. Okay. Yeah, so I want to get at least a bit of the engines online, because I will need engines for all the stuff that goes with them. Then I think what I'm going to do for these is I'm going to do a nasty thing where I just go cogs pipe, and then I'm from somewhere, I suppose, going to get a belt of iron in there. I haven't actually looked at whether or not that's the right ratios for inserters, but whatever. I've got a capacity bonus. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. There. So now I need to figure out how to get some iron in, and it looks like I'm going to do another dirty thing like this. I mean, I do have another belt for iron mining, but I also do not have the mines to be iron mining. So I may as well do what I can with that. Yeah, so now if I can finish this thing, I will have an engine automation, which I'm kind of happy about. Actually, that's a lot more engines than I need. But that's also fine, I guess. Okay, so let's talk about the plan for the other side, because these red chips are the things I'm going to need. So I'm going to have a belt of green chips coming over and going in, and these things are going this way, but that's fine. But a thing I noticed a while ago that's interesting about expensive mode is if you have... I've got enough to do those at the moment. If you have one of these things making coils, I get 4 coils a second. 4 coils a second. Each of these guys, because they use 8 coils in 6 seconds, I think that ends up one assembly on coils balances into 3 on the red chips, which isn't all that many. That means that's actually not the right place. We can start further down. But the next thing being that because of the increased use of plastic, I think yeah, let's go and fortify that as well. This isn't anywhere near being online yet. It's fine. Why are you not... things that needed to be done but were not done. Yeah, there's a plan I have for the red chips, which we'll see in a moment, which does kind of like a close caching of both I think it's time for a second one here. Yeah, that does basically a close caching for both kinds of coils and plastic. And so if I bring in coal and gas and then copper, I can do that in kind of a larger scalable volume, because the other thing that I want... Do I even research at the moment? Do I just stop research because there's nothing here I urgently need? The answer to that is apparently no. I'm going to continue researching things and putting more pollution on the map. That's fine. Yeah, the plan being put a kind of a blue build with a direct insert thing. Avoid the belt capacity problems that I'm going to have with... Yeah, avoid the belt capacity problems that I'm going to have with both plastic and coils, because none of them have to be on the belt for that long. So I've got a bunch of engines. Does this mean I can handcraft a bunch of flamethrower turrets? No, because steel and pipe, both of which I have here. You know what actually would be the sensible thing to do? Let's do this, and let's go flamethrower turrets. Make me a lot of flamethrower turrets. Like, this isn't a great plan, because... Oh, I actually need more trains as well, didn't I? Okay, so give me some of those. What do I need to make more trains? I need more engines, and I also need steel, of course. Oh, because I'm prioritizing it into... Sure. That's going to be a decent amount of engines that I still won't need at this point. Okay, so now I've got 2 locomotives, which is more than I need. But the idea is... Actually, those are... Yeah, I can put... As long as... This guy is here making plastic. So both of the main constraint is... If he makes coils there and then puts them on this belt, then they're going on the inside, and he will deal with all of these 3. If this guy... Can it go closer? I think it can go closer. It can go like that. For other reasons. So that's going to need to go there. Oh, unless... Yeah, that's dumb and therefore fantastic. I quite like that. If I put this thing here... No, because I can't underground... No, wait, I wasn't going to underground the coal that way. I was just going to do this. I was going to have this here. Is that going to keep up with... I don't think it actually does keep up with that many, does it? But then I do this, and I don't have pipe. Of course I don't have pipe. Why would I have pipe on me? That's far too useful a thing. So I have to do that. Then the next thing I need is coal in on that belt, and copper in on this belt. And now this little module of stuff here... Okay, so it kind of overhangs, but these 3 and this much of this thing are now a kind of self-contained thing that once I put the stuff on these belts, I will be able to copy and paste this stuff further down every 3. Okay, not quite like that because some of these guys are in the way. So I want to go. Why? What is in? Yes, fine. I guess I'm only doing with this much. Now, is that in the right place? Yes, because there's exactly 3 here and exactly 3 here, and all these things line up pretty well, and I'm quite happy with that. And now this is the build that I shall be using to make a lot of red chips. Which is cool because that other quick hack was not great, so I need to actually build all of the rest of this, but I might do that between episodes because now we've seen it, it's not that interesting. I'd much rather get it fired up for the first time so we can actually see it working and getting a bit of stuff done. So I need green chips from down here, which I think is going to get spaghettied through the military because that's how we do stuff. How am I going to get it out of here? How am I going to get it out of here? Can I? Is there not really enough space through there? There's not really enough space through any of these things. That doesn't need to be there. If I brought it down here, instead of going underneath, actually, and I've got the longs there, so I don't even need to worry about it, and that can just go like that. Okay, so I put priority left. This guy can come down here because I still want to add. All of this can go away because I no longer need the awful ugly red chips hack, and that might also be a thing that just gets tidied up between episodes. And then instead of this thing going here, this guy can come down. And go like that. So now I have green chips going over there. I've got a bunch of this stuff that needs to be cleared up, which I'm not sure I will care about. Let's try to get rid of some of these things. So I've actually only got 2 green chips. 2 green chip assemblers powering the rest of this, which I'm not sure will be enough. Let's also change these guys around a bit so I can go here. Nothing bad will ever happen because of spaghetti being terrible, no. Maybe I want to expand those guys later. Likely, do I have more than 10 on engines? I probably will, but you know, it'll be fine. Yeah. Okay, so the thing is I've actually got copper coming from the top, and I've also just spotted an attack in a place I kind of wasn't expecting it. It's a bit bad, so let's go have a look at that. Oh yeah, dude's attacking my miners. This is a problem. Where are these things? Yeah, that's pretty normal. Now we also have to figure out where they were attacking me from. I've still got a landmine in the way. Okay, so I've got an expansion base there, and these guys just happen to go around the top. I think that means another pillbox here. So I'm pretty close to just doing a straight wall and across there. And maybe because of the amount of stuff. How long are these guys going to be lasting? They'll probably be lasting long enough for that to do something useful. Yeah, need to expand the coal. The mines can stay there in case I get attacked again. Let's also leave just a couple of these guys in places that will encourage them to be attacked. Yeah, those guys are not actually for the damage. Those guys are to be military targets that will get attacked, and then the landmines are the actual defense there. Okay, so I actually had copper coming in from the top, and I'm still not sure if that's a thing I want to do or not. The coal is coming in from the top, which I'm fine with. I think the way we do this, which will continue to be terrible, is I think if I make this one copper, you know what? Let's just do something really awful and just reverse the direction of this output belt. And now if I add a bit of smelting here, like, I don't think I have enough iron being smelted for this build either. Like, that's why I had how's he doing? He's doing a lot of that. This is why I had another column for iron smelting. But now I'm going to split this, take it this way, figure out that it can go through here, and in, not in there, in there. And now with this dude, it can come this way, and the front one wants to be copper. Now we've got to put coal and also gas. And oh yeah, I have not actually done the petrochem build yet, which is kind of an important part of it. Am I running a separate belt of coal to this thing? I think I just take the rest of this belt. Sure. I mean, there are a lot of ways this can go wrong. Okay, so we've got copper, we've got, well, you know, I guess you need to go there, fine. So we've got, the only new thing we actually need is the gas, which I will also spaghetti through the top. And I kind of don't care about the quality of the spaghetti at the moment, because is that going to fit at all? It'll fit if we go up here. Like, this is kind of a desperation play to get the science that I need online, even being aware that there's quite a lot of it that I actually need. I've got to spaghetti the oil through here as well somehow. Okay, so the plan is we've already got this down here. This guy is, yeah, this guy's very nearly done. That's worked out quite well. If you're making explosives, you probably want to go back to landmines, because I'm going to need a lot of landmines. I've got 58 steel. I can give you some more steel and not feel bad about it. 5.5 is enough to turn that back on and not feel bad about it, but I also don't need the plastic. Okay, so I'm now producing landmines badly? Sure. Yeah. I think we're actually not about to leave it here. We're about to go and check that the various outposts that need to be alive are alive. Probably I should Am I going to put a flamer pillbox here? I might. But this is alive, and these guys are full, which is cool. These guys are taking damage, but the flamers are doing work, which is cool, so I might do a quick repair loop. I might, yeah, in between episodes, repair all of this stuff. Are you guys even being attacked yet? No. Oh, yes. Yes, you are being attacked yet. Okay, fine. Are you guys being attacked? No. 0 kills, 0 damage. Happy with all of that. Probably should defend the oil tanks as well, but whatever. So yeah, the next step is going to be tidying all of these dudes. I've still only got one flamethrower on the corner in the most dangerous spot. Okay, so I might put another flamethrower here, repair these guys. That wall's fine. This wall's fine. Put another pillbox here, put another train there. And those things will probably happen between episodes, and by then this guy will be out. And the next step will be putting a petrochem build here, like an actual one, not like a little silly toy one like this one, that will then provide the gas that will let these things make plastic, and then I will have red chips. And then after I've done sulfur, and sulfur will also be kind of easy because I can run a pipe up here and do sulfur here and put it on one of these belts. Then I will have blue science, which is cool because then I will be on my way to working towards bots and nuclear power. And once I have those things, he said, aware that nuclear power was going to be its own problem. Oh, there's coal there as well. I'm gonna need this coal before I need this nuclear power, and I'm gonna need coal soon. 207k is still a thing to be concerned about. Copper is also going to run out. So yeah, maybe I set that up and get a couple more grid chips out for prod mods. Actually, that was a good point. I did not want to be doing any blue research. I did not want to be making any blue research without prod mods, or putting any blue research in labs without prod mods, because all of those things are valuable enough that I want to be getting the most out of them. But we've kind of got a build here, and this is half what I want. And then the plan is, because this is kind of extensible, with the exception of the way these belts are fed, but we can deal with that later, we can just copy this guy, paste it down here, bid a landfill. Blue will then be at the same scale as the rest of these, and I can leverage the bots to be doing that a lot more easily. And getting these guys attacking from this angle is also pretty interesting, although hopefully the flamethrowers deal with it. Yeah. So, interesting collection of problems and things for me to do between episodes, and hopefully we'll come back and there'll be like a little bit of projectile damage left, so you'll see how long it took and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, so far we're not dead.